Metal Warriors, welcome back to Iron Madness. We have completed the cycle, we've done 10 interviews, but we were not going to stop there. We wanted more, and here we are, interview number 11. I'm so happy because today our special guest is Kragen Lum from Heathen. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay, and of course, as always, I really like to start with this question because always the artist has given me an interesting answer. So, to know about you, how and why did you start listening to metal music?
That's a good question. I always liked music since I was a kid. When I was like 8 years old, I heard Back in Black by AC/DC on the radio. And that's kind of what got me interested, like really interested in music. And from there, I just started buying albums, and anything that I thought looked cool, I bought it. There was a lot of stuff like in the early 80s that came out, like the first two Ozzy albums and Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast and stuff like that. I think that's really where like the roots of my metal stuff started.
Okay, nice. And now let's start talking about Heathen, of course. And for me, or under my point of view at least, Heathen has not had a lot of continuity since their start. But these few last years, 4 years more or less, you have been really active again. You released an album in 2020, Empire of the Blind, and you have been touring all around. So, about that, what is more important? What do you think is more important for a band, to go on tour regularly, to go on tour more often, or to release albums more often?
Well, it depends. If you're talking about the general like listening community, and I mean like the people that are listening to music every day, especially on Spotify or anything like that, releasing music more regularly is very important. We have not been good at that. I hope to change that. COVID actually screwed our plans up. We had planned to put out the album in 2020 and then tour for it like we did, and then come back and put out another album in like 2 years. But we had a couple of years of delay where we couldn't do anything. So, we do think touring's really important as well. We really wanted to cover as much ground as possible. We did go literally all over the world on the Empire of the Blind tour, and we'll probably continue that. I'm already working on the next album. We have a title. If all the songs are written, it's really just about getting them all basically completely prepared to go into the studio and record everything. The guitar tracks are already done for the most part. So it's the content thing is really important these days. People get bored quickly, and also just the albums, their lifespan isn't as long as it used to be. It's like 3 months and then the album's kind of dead. So it's it's tough.
But you have good plans, as I can see, so that's nice, of course. Now I wanted to talk about specifically Europe. As I said, you released an album in 2020, and then since then you've played here a lot. I mean, probably more than ever in a few time. You have played in lots of festivals. You have played as a special guest for Testament and for Overkill this year. So this is really great, but when do you think we could see Heathen again here in Europe as a headliner, touring on your own with your show with more time that we will really appreciate? Do you have any ideas now?
Yeah, I think probably what we need to do is come back and do more of a headlining tour in I'm hoping later next year, but basically once the new album is out. We spent so much time in Europe last year. We did a headlining tour with Toxic as support, and then we came back we did that. It was 3 weeks. We went home for 2 weeks, and then we came back and we did 7 more weeks with Testament. And then, you know, last year, or I should say earlier this year, we came back and we did with Overkill. So we've kind of done as much touring as we can do over in Europe until we have new music. I mean, we could probably come back, but it would be better for us to do it when we have new music to support. So
yeah, of course. And about your sound now, because I've been reading opinions from your fans, from people in general, and I saw that some people says probably Heathen has been turning into a more Exodus sound those last years probably, and I wanted to know just your opinion about this, if you think probably a bit, whatever.
So there's one particular riff in The Blight that it sounds like Exodus. If you take that riff out and you look at the rest of the song, they would never do anything with orchestrated guitars like we do and harmonies and all that stuff. So to me, it's kind of like, okay, well, there's one riff that's Exodus-y, but nothing else sounds like Exodus. If you listen to the song Empire of the Blind, it sounds like a modern day Rainbow. We've got another guitar layer over the top of almost the entire song. Exodus would never do that either. So, I mean, yeah, I would say that each album is very different from the others. If you listen to all of them, you know, Breaking the Silence sounds kind of more like a almost speed metal album. Victims sounds like the band's Injustice for All, which is what it was. Evolution sounds different. The music is different. Empire, the same thing. And on the next one, it's going to be different again. We're going to keep trying different things that we haven't done before. I personally don't like repeating myself. I think there are too many thrash bands out there that just repeat themselves over and over again. It sounds like the same riffs or the same vocal patterns or the same whatever. They don't really try new things. And all of my favorite bands that I grew up listening to, they always tried different things. And sort of reinvented themselves each album. So, you know, we're going to keep trying to do that different stuff, and we'll see what happens. Some people will like it, some people won't. It's okay. I mean, there can be a different favorite album for everybody.
Okay, now a question again to know more about you. All right. This one is, which band or artist would you like to collaborate with to make an album or make a song? Whatever artist in the world.
Oh wow, that's a good thought. I actually have had one of the things that I thought about was how much this band would appeal to a larger audience. It's just that the audience doesn't know us. I would love to collaborate with, you know, like a band like Queensryche, who's more metal oriented / rock. You know, Iron Maiden, their fan base is huge. I think that they would like a lot of the stuff that we do.
Yes.
Our vocalist has a great voice and can sing. and I think that artists that fans of bands that have singers that sing like that would like us. I imagine having some guests on songs. I'd love to have Jeff Loomis from guitar player from Nevermore and Arch Enemy. I'd love to have Chuck Billy sing on something, with Dave.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. We'll see. We got a lot of ideas, and we'll see what we can pull off.
And now, what was the last concert you went paying the ticket?
What was it? It's a long time. We were so busy this year. I don't know that I even went to a concert. It was probably an arena concert. We did see Metallica here. I'm trying to think. There were probably other ones too, but
no, it's fine. Now, of course, I have put here in my notes to talk about a new album. You have already talked a little bit about it, but what can you tell us about? You said you have been working on it, and you already have some parts recorded, and so yeah, I don't know, what can you tell us about the album? Which point are you now?
Well, so I would say that technically it's, I don't know, it's still it's basically at the end of the creative stage for me. I've just been going through and sort of finalizing the guitar parts, and then demoing the vocals and getting them ready so we know what the vocal melodies are, and making sure that all the parts work together and stuff. A lot of our music is somewhat orchestrated. We'll have a guitar riff and then another layer on top of it that's a melody, and then the vocals have to work with all of it. And if there's a harmony for the vocals or anything else, everything just really has to work together. So I spent a lot of time kind of making sure that everything's dialed in, so that when we go in to record everything else, that we have a good plan of like, okay, here are the songs, they're ready to go. And so we've got a title. We have the art being worked on by Travis Smith, and nice. We've got another project that we're going to probably release before that we also have artwork for, and that's in progress too. So yeah, just working on a lot of, like I said, we're working on a lot of content. I want to have stuff that comes out regularly, so we're not having people wonder where we went again. We don't want to do that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So as a kind of a hint for the fans, do you think it would be more in a melodic way as in Evolution of Chaos, or probably more in an aggressive with hard riffs as Empire of the Blind, even though both albums has everything on it?
It's I don't know. It's probably darker.
Okay. Well,
there's more definitely a darker feel to all of the music. There's a lot of variety, so there might be a heavier guitar riff, or more aggressive guitar riff, but at the same time things are more melodic. It's one of those things where it's hard to explain it.
Okay.
There's still some fast stuff. In fact, one of the songs is like the fastest Heathen song that we've ever done. But I would say for the most part, a lot of it is very, very heavy and dark.
Okay.
Very melodic. Very melodic too.
Everything on it.
Yeah, well,
I want to hear it now.
Trying to maximize everything that we do and push it as far as it can go, So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now that we are talking about the new album and everything, Lialtus, is he still part of the band? Is he still composing? Because he's now really into Exodus, and it's nice too. But what can you tell us?
Yeah, I mean, it's complicated. Lee is always going to be a part of the band. He when we wanted to do Empire of the Blind, he knew that we wanted to make the record, and he knew that I already had more than enough material to put on the record.
Yes.
And he essentially said, okay, well, let's make it, just do it. And I wrote all the songs on that one and recorded all the guitars except Lee's solos. I don't know how much participation he's going to put into the band going forward, to be honest. We played in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco area, a little while ago, and asked him to come out and play. And he did come out to the show, but he just watched. He didn't play. So, Exodus is really his focus right now. He's also got a family, and he's very interested in being home with his kids as much as possible. So he can't tour with both bands. It's just not possible. And he had to make a difficult choice. And of course, Exodus makes more money and they travel better. And he at the same time didn't want us to be held back. He knew that we wanted to still make music. So essentially, he's given us his blessing to keep going and make music and tour and everything else. And we always ask him if he wants to participate. He's always welcome. If Lee ever wants to come out and tour with us again, we'll just do 3 guitars. We just do the best we can. We just want to keep moving forward. We got a great group of guys right now. And like I said, if Lee wants to participate, we're happy to do it. And, if he just wants to be a special guest, that's okay too.
That's great. Yeah.
But it is his choice. It's his choice to participate as much or as little as he wants to. So.
Yeah, sure. Okay, great. When you were a kid, what did you like to play the most? I mean, board games or video games, whatever. What did you like to play?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so anything related to Star Wars would be in there for sure. I had the early video games that came out, like Atari 2600 and all that stuff. And then eventually, when I was in my, 20s, I started working for Activision making video games. So I did that for like 12 years. And so I guess video games would probably be up there too. It was a big part of my life for a long time.
Really cool. I think you would like the next question, because I will name you now 3 movies. Okay. And you have to rate them to give points from 1 to 10. Okay. And of course, the first one is Star Wars.
Okay. Are we talking the original?
Star Wars? The first trilogy, if you want. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's a 10.
A 10. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is Lord of the Rings.
Great. That's a great series. We watch it regularly here. So I'd probably say 10 also.
Another 10. Okay.
Yeah.
And the last one is Back to the Future.
That's a good one too. That the first one especially, I'd probably give that one. Like an 8.
Okay. You told me what did you like to do when you were a kid, but nowadays, out of music, what are your hobbies now?
Music.
Still music.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's complicated for me. I have a day job. I work for Nuclear Blast.
Mhm.
I'm a project manager for the label, uh, and they allow me to work from home or wherever. So when I'm on tour, I'm still working. I guess in terms of music or hobbies, making guitar books. I love doing that.
Okay.
It's very fun. I've done several. I've got another couple that I'm in that I'm working on. I have sort of I guess they'd call it like a hobby record label also that I put stuff out for fun. So it's all centered on music, but it's different, different
Yeah,
parts.
I see you. You're always working, man.
Yeah.
And I want to know now about your opinion with your singer, because having a singer with that melodic sound, with that melodic voice, more into a heavy metal, pure heavy band or sound, has affected you as a thrash metal band, or is just your personality, your uh, I mean, your differential aspect, because voices as David White's one, uh, I mean, probably it's not what you can expect from a thrash metal band regularly.
Right, right. Yeah. Well, I think that's the one thing that that's always made Heathen different from all the other bands over the years, the other thrash bands. I don't think Heathen is purely a thrash metal band. I
Mhm.
think that we have the band came out in the Bay Area thrash scene, but I think that the band has a lot more to uh, offer the audience than just thrash metal. We have some like a song like Empire of the Blind has thrash stuff in it, but it's a heavy metal song that I think
Yes.
would appeal to like Iron Maiden fans or whatever. I like that Dave can sing. It's really cool for a band that does a lot of harmonies and melodic kind of stuff to have somebody that can sing. If you just have somebody that can only scream and scream like a witch or whatever, then you can't you're limited on what you can write. Or you can write it, but then your singer can't sing. So it's it's tough. I've pretty much always been in a band where the vocalist can sing melodically, and so for me that's my preference, and that's one of the things that was attractive to me to join Heathen back in the day.
For me too. I mean, as a fan and listener, I really like your sound. It's different. At least it's a different thing for a thrash metal band. More or
Yeah.
less, the singer sings, and,
Yep.
and I really enjoy it.
Good.
And now, yeah, I wanted to know who chose the intro for the show, because at least the last times that I saw you, you put ABBA, I think, and it's a party song. I really like the idea.
So that was actually Kyle's idea, and none of us said no because Lee is actually a huge ABBA fan. So every once in a while you'll see him wearing a stage shirt where it has the ABBA logo, but it looks like black metal. Um, but so it was just fun. It was kind of like, okay, we're just establishing that we're different and we're going to come out with something a little bit different before we start. And it's fun. I mean, we like to have fun when we're out playing. That's the whole point.
I wanted to give you time to talk to your fans, to tell them whatever you want, to give them a short message, whatever. Now is your time. We listen.
I would just say thank you to everybody that came out and saw us play on the Empire of the Blind tour. It was a lot of work for us to travel all around the world and put the shows together and everything else, but it really was worth it because we got a great reaction from all the fans that came out. Tell your friends, get other people to come out too. There's something in our music for everyone to enjoy. So I would say that. And I would say look forward to some new Heathen material next year. Going to be fun.
Of course. Nice, and thank you for everything, for being here today. It
Yeah, you're
was
welcome.
a pleasure for me, and see you very soon. I hope so.
Metal Warriors, nos vemos en la próxima.